Social consciousness problem. A lot like behavior, restrictions, and control, and the problems with these parts of the world. People getting killed for no reason by police officers, wars going on for years and decades. Has to do with the requirements for the stimulus received from the social conditions in place, from the consciousness everybody wants, needs, and feels, solves all the problems humans and people have now. Socially gathering, socially teaming up, socially getting together to be conscious, aware, and to pay attention to the distraction, the incoherence, the confusion, and most often the racist. Nobody's really talked about in Minnesota, as an example now, the officer who put his knee on the man's neck and killed him in 8 minutes. Being a racist. Possibly being an indication the methods and the techniques and the skills involved with telling people they're wrong have reached their limits and started to explain behavior, decision making, control, restriction, and gender. Big, strong men, wise, speaking, neutral humans, sweet and innocent, ethnic dialect, lady, girl, transgender, woman, person. Eventually, the discussion loses momentum, loses all value, and starts to get to why the social consciousness stimulus aren't as exciting as they have sounded previously and now. They're more stimulus and not an explanation for what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it as a stimulus, other than they are correct, they are right, and anyone who disagrees are racist, wrong, and belligerent. A very big duality. And what's happening with these choices has to do with now putting boundaries around the problem trying to be solved, creating almost like a village with people attacking the criminal, destroying the enemy. And there's rules, there's rituals, there's requirements to be a part of this kind of village they're making now. Containing and shrinking the problem puts a lot of pressure on the problem. People making mistakes, more tense, more like a stick of dynamite in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert. And the heat just from people mining in the past with similar intentions, trying to get some benefit, make progress, not initially knowing and realizing and understanding the volatility with the material that they have been using to make life better, feeding their families from the minerals and the gold and making room for homes. The imagination appears to be part of this village solution to the dilemma. Forcing the brain to work so hard, the world starts to go away. Freedom dissolves. And the tribe, the workers, the activists, the genius, brilliant thinkers fix their target. There's very little respect for the human involved in this problem I'm discussing. Treating people and treating others, folks, whoever, in a similar way as the Bible talks about Satan and the devil. People who have no other options a lot of times than the psychology, behavior, control, restriction, visual identification, eye dilation, pupils, location, energy levels, and descriptions, evaluations, protocols. The problem with suffering and inequality and abuse from people claiming to solve the problem intellectually and intelligently and smartly are being described by the same people. They've contained and they've controlled what they're trying to eliminate so well. They've now been included with the problem, making almost a camouflage and the problem even harder to identify. Giving drug addicts a place to get a needle, giving the police the nasty look instead of them saying to that gang, stop shooting innocent people, stop killing one another. There's no benefit to getting so addicted to the process of solving a problem the whole system gets more dangerous. Not only does the problem cause violence, the person who's socially and consciously alive does the same choice. Make America Great hat, attacked. Person reporting for some organization other than CNN, MSNBC, attacked. No pride flag, attacked. Ugly face, killed. Destroyed, murdered, slaughtered, eliminated. They're getting, these people in this example are getting their stimulus from the work they're doing. And the reward they've decided has to do with solving the problem they're going after to fix. Not being honest about their failure to describe how they're going to solve their insanity they've discovered. Anybody can walk outside of their home, go out into the world, identify a problem, and start fixing the identified word, letter, or language. But eventually the time runs out. Now,